20 years ago in 2002, our founding pastors, Jeremy and Joy Parks, were called to start a contemporary church that would make sense to its community on the new Milking Bank estate in Dudley.
The estate had almost everything you'd think that it needed. A shop, a school, a pub, a doctor's surgery, but no church.
So by invitation of the head teacher, a small team of pioneers launched Living Hope Church at Milking Bank School. Over the years, we have met in many places: in the Ward Arms Hotel,
The Maho Centre,
in Milking Bank Primary School,
in the Old Park Pub,
in the church offices in Graysbrook House,
in the Saracen's Head,
in our lighthouse office above the Blue Submarine Chip Shop,
in the Russell's Hall Youth Centre,
in McDonald's,
and in our church offices at Chad. And of course on the car park as well, when COVID restrictions meant that we couldn't meet inside.
And don't forget online and on Zoom over the last 2 years before regathering in person at Grace Community Church, Park Congregational Church, and of course in what is now our church building, previously called the Church of St Barnabas.
We have been family together, reading scripture together and praying together. We've celebrated children being born and dedicated to God, younger and older people being baptised into faith, and people from all ages worshipping God and serving people together. We've laughed and loved together, worked and played together, grieved and cried together, and struggled and overcome together.
We believe we have been called to serve the Milking Bank and Russell's Hall estates. I remember so many of the children's holiday clubs, the crafts, the songs, the dancing, and of course the custard pies. And I remember meeting older people, retired senior citizens, those attending the coffee afternoon, and many of them older in years but younger in their faith. In all we have done, we have strived to see people find and follow Jesus whilst making great friends along the way.
It's God's mission that drives us forward. And so we've been privileged to support mission trips to Ukraine, to Albania and the Middle East. You know, we're proud to acknowledge the partnership we now have with Albanian church leaders who were children on our first mission trips 20 years ago. They've grown in their faith. They've studied at Bible college and now they lead churches that didn't even exist when we first started visiting Albania.
One of my real highlights was praying for Anna, a woman in our church called to move from Dudley to the Middle East. Getting to visit Anna in Lebanon and seeing her walking by faith and using her creative gifting to make a difference there was incredible.
I've always been amazed at our church's willingness to let God's generosity flow through us to those most in need. We've supported those who are new to our country and those seeking refuge from danger and abuse.
Or through our partnership with Chad, providing gifts and Christmas Eve boxes to women and children in safe houses across Dudley. Or whether it be practical support in helping people move to a new home, providing household essentials or delivering the Christians Against Poverty money course. Over the years, we have been supporting Black Country Food Bank whilst leading the team at the Central Dudley location. We have seen so many families receive basic food and toiletries that they need.
Creativity has been a key characteristic, I think, of our church. Many original songs have been written and recorded. What a privilege to have a church so willing to embrace new songs and to use them collectively to worship together.
And when I think back to how our church started with a kids' holiday club in Milking Bank Primary School in 2002, I am blown away by just how many clubs we have run, how many children have heard the good news of Jesus, and how our willingness to volunteer with bucket loads of energy, fun and faithfulness developed into a borough-wide Revive Holiday Club programme throughout the COVID pandemic. We led the way to help combat holiday hunger in our area, and we partnered with 20 plus churches to deliver food to the doorstep of more than 1,000 children and deliver incredible live content online via YouTube to many families isolating at home. And a more recent highlight for me has been our Little Star Stay and Play for parents and toddlers on the Russell's Hall estate. Working with Silver Bells Preschool, we are providing a much needed afternoon of activities and friendship for parents and toddlers.
To date, we have done all of this and so much more without our own church building. But now we believe God is calling us to put down our roots in our community. We expect our new building to make us more visible to our neighbourhood, to amplify our worship and to accelerate our mission.
Our identity has already been set. We are unrestricted by a building, reaching communities beyond a building, and we are not going to settle for anything less than people's lives being changed.
We have 20 years of God's faithfulness and goodness to remember. We have 20 years of experience and mistakes and learning along the way. But no matter how old we get, I'm confident that the heartbeat of who we are will not grow old.
God has done some amazing things over the last 20 years, and we can't wait to see what He has planned for us all in this next chapter. So join us in our new home and on our new adventure. We are just getting started.